ladies and gentlemen, we are right back with you guys again for the mobile, for the FSL mobile. Now, solos number 2. Also, we are done with map number 1, so we'll be jumping onto map number 2 real soon, and that is going to be Miramar, because we are looking at EMVS. The next one afterwards will be Vikendi, and then the final map will then be Sanok. Now, before I even came on, I believe that you guys have already saw, the leaderboards. So of course we've got Amethyst that's currently leading up in the scoreboard with a total of 260 points, and of course we also have my Meow Star. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Meow My Star with 204 points. We do have Gwyn with 188 points and Moon with 172 points. We have at least I have managed to point out a little bit onto these players, and I'm really glad I managed to cover these players. But alternatively, we still have like 27 players in this map, so I'm prepared. I'm ready to see some difference. I'm ready to see some action going on about in Miramar. Now, taking a look at the map now, right? We do have a rather interesting flight path, actually. It's starting all the way down south, and we'll be flying across to Los Leones. We do have La Bendita, Minas Generales, and also flying... it's also going to be flying above Cruz da Bay, as well as Torre Ahumada. All the way down to the north, man. There is almost no signs of deviation, and most of these places can be accessed by this current flight path. The furthest that you can go is very likely gonna be Power Grid. I am not really sure if whether any players can get their way to even Baía de Mar or even La Coberia, but I guess you can kind of still play around a little bit and try to make full use of the giant massive map by itself. But still, I'm really interested to see how these players is going to play this out for me. And of course, I'm gonna keep my eyes on Amethyst and take a look at the routing that Amethyst have got for us today in Miramar. Unfortunately, for these players, they will not be able to learn and adopt their opponent's strategy, like where do they usually go, who is usually at this place, who usually parachutes at this place. The only reason I say that is because we are playing in 4 maps in rotation. None of the map will be replayed, so there really is no use, no reason for you to learn the enemy's patterns, as well as their flight zones, their landing zones, and all the stuff. All you gotta do is focus on yourself. Focus on yourself, all for themselves, alright? Did Amethyst already picked up an 8x scope? Really? I'm not sure if whether she actually picked up the 8x scope, but either way, I suppose things are looking pretty darn good for now, at least for Amethyst. I'm not too sure, but oh, nice circle. Really nice circle. Everyone here, except for Falcon, is inside of the circle. Falcon is the only one that went to Campo Militar, which is relatively weird because I don't ever go to Campo Militar myself, but hey, perhaps it is a nice place for Falcon. But regardless of that fact, we're looking at a massive amount of players inside of Los Leones. A single member in Puerto Paraiso. We've got 1 in Impara, and 3 members that is going to be on the northeastern side of Chumacera. And Picado, we have 1 person. Ivy is actually making her way to Picado. Graveyard with 1, Minas Generales with 1, Jimin and Jenny outside of Junkyard 1, Al Azhar with Zula, number 1 as well. But most importantly, guys, Hacienda del Patron. We do have 3 people, and usually, Hacienda is pretty much the place that most people is just gonna jump right there because they do have pretty decent high-level loots, and you just want to go down there and pick up as much things as you can. And you are typically, good. You're typically set for the next half of the game. You don't really have to care about looting anymore. All you gotta do is just loot the entirety of the place in Hacienda del Patron, and you don't have to go to any more buildings. You can just play around by the ridge, try to do whatever that you can by the ridge, and get easy kills. Alright, get easy kills. We're still pretty early, and just making sure that I haven't missed a single action just yet. But I will be looking at the map a lot more often than usual because I really do not want to miss any action whatsoever. So in case we can still see a little bit of that of the players in the background. But for now, in the early stages of the game, the map is where it really matters. Looking at how the players is going to be moving, what kind of routes, what kind of movements that they have, and of course the patterns that they have. Right? For the first circle, you know, I would believe that Falcon probably don't care so much. Falcon will probably make her way still inside of Campo Militar and slowly make her way down to Tierra La Blanca, but in the end, probably end up in El Azhar and heading all the way down south and see what they can do. What they can do in the southern side. Los Leones does have a really high vantage point. So in the high vantage point, you're just kind of really working on, you know, getting yourself with ridges. You're just trying to play yourself with a little bit of the play yourself in the higher points of the map. And if you're able to see the opponents, then that is the point of time that you definitely want to make full use of things. So for now, still there really isn't anything to be taken account for. But Allison, actually, at the southwestern side of the map, does seem like she's coming in pretty close to Devi Star. The two members of Star may actually just bump onto each other real soon. I'm not too sure how this encounter is going to be like. Allison Star is just waiting. They are literally just places apart. They're really just one place apart from another. Devi Star running away. No, Devi Star, go back in and go get yourself some kills. And that is, I would say very likely they are teammates, right? Allison Star, they'll both start with VTM and of course ends with a star. Devi Star will eventually get herself away from all of that. Does not want to do anything with Allison Star. So unfortunately, we would not be looking at any early kills coming in from the two of them. And if I'm not wrong, both of these players had a really rough start back in Erangel. So I would understand, actually, I would totally understand if Devi Star were to immediately run away from this encounter and does not want to find herself in any more death threats. Like any scenario that puts her off fast, right? She'll want to play for the placements as much as possible, try to make her way up towards the placement, because that is usually the point of time that you can actually you can voucher into team fights, or rather voucher into any kinds of fight. As long as you can hear gunfights going about, you can interject in and get yourself some free kills. And that is usually how, you know, Battle Royale games are usually played. Wait for the perfect time to go in for the third parties and, you know, get yourself some free kills. The circle is still gonna be waiting for the right time to eventually push in with only 5 seconds left on the clock. The blue zone will then eventually make its way through. The Campo Falcon inside of Campo Militar will then have to get herself into the circle whenever that she can. Pian actually ran out. Zack also ran out of the current circle. No one have any access to Chumacera, Monte Nuevo, and even Crater Fields, and even El Pozo. That's relatively sad, but still, it's okay, because there is still a huge area to cover. This is literally free real estate for the female players over here, especially down in Los Leones. And in the meantime, Devi Star has finally activated herself with the Scar, driving down everything that she can through her 30 mag clip. Unfortunately, none of the shots actually landed on Allison Star, if I'm not wrong. None of it actually landed. But hey, in the meantime, take a look at Allison Star's equipment. Level 3 helmet and a level 3 vest. Now that is scary. She doesn't really have to care so much about her equipment anymore. All she needs is better guns. And if she's bold enough, she would want to, you know, try to look for care packages. And at this moment of time, we still don't have any care packages around map. And right as I said it, it's actually really close to Allison Star. So as we allow the care package to slowly go down, we can then take a look at what is inside of the care package. But the care package is slowly going down. I can't exactly do what I can. So come on, I can't. Okay, there we go. And AUG, the greatest 5.56 gun from the airdrop, is now in close range to... Wait, where are you? Allison? Allison, where are you? Well, yes, pretty much you get the point. Allison is really close to the care package, and she can get herself a piece of that AUG. And if she does get it, man, I will say that she's probably gonna be unstoppable. She can just throw that that Uzi away, or perhaps not. I don't think that she have the Uzi anymore. She picked up a recently gotten Scar. It's either the Scar or she actually picked up the new DMR. I'm not sure if it is the DMR that she just recently picked up, but from her point of view, I would suppose that she should have a clear view of that care package. But Eddie's gonna make her way to the care package and get herself some AUG and get herself a full upgrade on the helmets as well as her vest. Now this is going to be great for Eddie, right? Pick up the AUG, get everything that you need to, and get on your way to destroy everyone that stands in your path. A full upgrade. Worth it. Absolutely worth it for Eddie. And no one was gatekeeping the no one was even gatekeeping on the crate. The airdrop was completely isolated, which is honestly kind of sad. But also really good for Eddie in the meantime. Vansky made her way all the way down to Puerto Paradiso. That is rather surprising, but hey, if you are able to get up to the ridge, you will have a pretty decent vantage point. You should be safe there for the time being, but we don't really have a lot of information where is going to be the second circle, because the current circle is still shrinking. The blue zone is still slowly catching up. We still have a lot of time left before the next one arrives. In the meantime, Eddie doesn't really have any place in mind. And if you ask me, I call that she's an imposter because she doesn't have any tasks. She's just really driving around, doesn't really care anything about anything at all. I guess it makes sense, right? Because Eddie doesn't really need to get any more equipments, doesn't need to get any more ammo. Okay, I'm not too sure about ammo in this case because I can't really see the ammo, but she's got good equipments, good helmet, good vest, good weapon, which is the AUG. But the next thing that she could want to go for is go for another AR, build up with that 4x scope. If possible, get more attachments, and eventually go for a close range AR and a far range AR to be capable of fighting at all ranges. It really depends on the player itself, really, if whether they're more of a DMR person, a sniper rifle person, or the kind of far range spray down kind of player. Personally, I'm more of that far range spray down kind of person. I would enjoy having my M4 decked out with the 4x scope. That is my favorite thing. Even the 3x scope works pretty well. I've never tried it with 8x scope, but 6x scope is pretty good as well. I do like 6x scope. But in the meantime, we also have yet another airdrop available down in the southern side, right in the eastern side of Los Leones. And the Graza. Oh my god. And even a suppressor. Now, okay, so here's the thing. A suppressor, for me, I do not actually like the suppressor on the Graza. I'm not a big fan of suppressor on the Graza, but anything else like the M4, I'm totally down. I'm totally down with a suppressor on the M4 if I'm rocking the 3x scope. Anything above 4x, you gotta have the AR. You gotta have the muzzle. Compensator or flash hider will work, but not the suppressor. I don't think that would ever work. It's too much to handle. But in the meantime, the circle is still closing out. More and more players are actually getting their way outside of the current circle, or rather, more and more players is still outside of the current circle, because this is the new circle right now. Circle number 2. And in the meantime, we do have a little bit of a ping going on about onto Zula. One kill right onto Zula. Well, one thing that we want to take note of is Falcon is still at the blue zone. He's still outside. Devi Star eventually got herself a single. Devi Star goes down to Allison Star. The both of them actually have been neck and neck for the longest time ever. They're just kind of, zooming past each other. They do not want to engage against each other. Allison Star perhaps was the only one that was a little bit more bloodthirsty. But for Devi Star, she really doesn't want to do. She really doesn't want to be part of any of the fights. She doesn't want to do anything at all. But for, well, in the end, Devistar is again gonna be one of the first few players that will drop down pretty early. And does seem like Geek Skylark has started her fight with Allison Star. But hey, it's gonna be a little bit far. Allison Star, I think she'll be pretty much A-okay and will not be decked out by Geek just yet. Geek Skylark is still relatively far. And in the meantime, Inda gets a kill onto Geek Scans. Geek Scans was one of the players that managed to make a way to top 10, if I'm not wrong. Top 10 in the in Erangel. So unfortunately for Geek Scans, her run is not so far in here for the Miramar side. Well, I'm not too sure, but the circle is definitely going to be closing real soon with only 40 seconds left on the clock. One of the airdrop has been taken. The Graza airdrop has not yet been taken. Whoever is going to be in Los Leones or anyone in close to anyone in the center of La Bendita as well as Impala can actually make their way over, right? We've got Gwyn, we've got, who is this again? Sabribri Games, that is really close as well. But in the meantime, Inda is actually going to make her way closer and closer over to the airdrop, but I don't think she cares about it. Yeah, Inda actually doesn't care so much about the airdrop. Ah, there we go. There we go. She is making her way. She's approaching. She is definitely approaching. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a good pickup coming in from Inda. The Graza, the suppressor, the full kit coming from her. She's going to be on her way to success. Let us just take a look on the other side. In the middle of the current new circle, it does seem like we do have quite a lot of things going on about. We do have Boom Pinky that is just going to be driving across the horizon closer to every kind of ridges that you can possibly see. No one is within her 1 kilometer range, or yeah, can't really see much though. But we do have Catalea that is within of Minas Generales. We do have Hun that's going to be on the southeastern side. Meow Mistar got herself yet another kill. Could there be even more things that may happen though? It is still rather early into the game, right? And we already have a good amount of players that has been taken away. And that is a total of 4 players. Geek Scans, Allison Star, Devi Star. Wait, Allison Star went down. Oh, okay, so here's the funny thing, right? Here's the funny thing. Devi Star was killed by Allison Star. Allison Star was killed by Meowmi Star. All of them is just huddled together, ready to kill each other off at their at throat's reach, right? They, I don't know. It's just kind of funny. Perhaps that they kind of have this, you know, training thing in mind. They are very used to a certain situation and a certain building that they always go, and they are using it against each other now. They are really playing at each other's throat. And it's understandable because this is a solo game, right? This is a solo game. Every woman for herself. You don't have to care about literally anyone else but yourself. Wait, is this a new care package? Oh, yes, I think it is. I think it actually is. M249, useless. Let's move on. It doesn't seem like we'll be expecting more. But Amethyst, though. Amethyst. Is Amethyst really close to someone? Am I seeing it right? Yeah, I think Amethyst is really close to Pian. Amethyst was the player who was #1 in the previous game, and of course she led the scoreboard with a total of 260. She realizes that she's in a very unfortunate position, and she decided to bail. Bail as far away. The car is gonna capsize soon, or no? Managed to get herself upright, received a single shot coming in. Gets herself pretty far away, and I guess that this is her way of gatekeeping. She's not gonna go all the way inside of the new circle just yet, or into the safe zone just yet. Amethyst is just going to be hiding around right by Hacienda de Patron. But does she have decent scope though? I think she have like a 8x scope if I'm not wrong. But there really is no reason for you to be playing this aggressively, right? Especially at the exterior of the circle. She doesn't have a lot of med kits. The only thing that she has is 5 bandages as well as 3 med kits. No painkillers, a single energy drink, and no syringes. I mean, you can definitely go on and do a lot more, but you would want to play it safer than before first. You definitely want to play safe first. And Amethyst may actually come close to kick Mini. As they now is going to be meeting each other. Mini drops off a buggy, prepares to open fire onto Amethyst. Right through the horizon, she's pretty much A-okay. Amethyst immediately jumps off of a motorbike and is gonna be ready to fire some lead, put in some holes in the bodies of Mini. Question is that really gonna happen though? Because Mini, she's just gonna be hiding behind the boulder, waiting for Amethyst to come out. Mini does have a little bit of an advantage because of the fact that she does have the boulder to cover for herself. She can definitely have the third-person view and be able to see exactly where Amethyst go, while Amethyst have absolutely no idea and cannot see whatever that is going on. Amethyst is at a heavy disadvantage. With a frag grenade thrown, she sees a frag grenade and she eats it! Oh! Right in the face. Well cooked by Amethyst. Well cooked. Amethyst has definitely knows how to cook a grenade indeed. Took quite some time. And of course, the opponents didn't even have a chance. Mini didn't even have a chance, didn't even have the time to move away. The moment that she sees the frag grenade in her face, it exploded into smithereens. And so did her body, by the way. Well played for Amethyst, an early 1 kill to her name. And she realizes, hey, Pian is back. Pian has caught up. And now she's also inside of the safe zone, so she can actually try to play it a little bit more aggressively if she wants to. But now, with the new vehicle, thanks to Mini, she picks up the buggy, gets herself closer and closer to the new area, which I suppose is gonna be really hectic. We do have Moon that is just really close as well. She does have a good amount of bandages though, but she is very close to another person. Can't exactly see whom. Number 3, and that is going to be Zula. A good amount of players just going to be around each other. Zula opens fires onto Jimin. And they have a building all for themselves now. I think they will be pretty fine though. Cooking up with the grenade. Could we witness another grenade kill though? Firing blindly through the smokes. Zula does not land a single lead onto Moon just yet. Moon is playing it safe. She does not use her recovery stuff just yet. That is kind of the main question. Why doesn't she pop some of her recovery? There we go. Pops the recovery. She still have a good amount of energy drinks. Will be able to pop them off. She's using her final painkillers actually, instead of saving the painkiller for a single dose of energy drink. She pops the painkiller almost instantaneously right here. Not that it is a problem, to be honest. It is not a problem at all. And now the new circle has been popped. We do have a good amount of shots coming in. The door that's been covering Moon is now been shattered open. The amount of cover for Moon is now becoming increasingly small. But she still have a wide area to run away to. She still have a lot of places that she can escape and a lot of places that she can play. She doesn't necessarily have to play inside of the building actually. Melmi Star brings down chips from the other side. A really good frag grenade coming in. Moon takes half damage. Zula is ready for the perfect opportunity. But Moon runs right out. Picks up with Zula with a jump shot and actually misses quite a lot of shots going in. But in the end, she still managed to make it. But Zula returns with a kill with the Molotov. A 1-for-1 trade-off right in where they were. Unfortunate. That was rather funny as well. They went out for a all-out fight, a full hip-fire fight. They understood what was in front of them. There's really no point in going all in with their ADS. So just hip-fire all the way. And for Zula, I guess she just got caught red-handed, or rather, fire-handed. She was cooking up on the Molotov, and I guess that, you know, the opponents just came out right as Zula was holding on to the incendiary. That's why the incendiary popped. But hey, in the end, that incendiary gave her a total of 12 points. But it also, to be fair, dropped her out of the game. If she hadn't picked up the incendiary, if she hadn't if she wasn't holding on to the incendiary, she would very likely have the advantage in taking up the first shot and eventually getting the first kill. Gwyn going on straight, getting herself with yet another kill in this game, or rather, the first kill of this game. Miramar is starting to look really, really tasty. The only members here, the only players here right now with total of 2 kills is Meowmestar as well as Inda VNG. And the circle is slowly starting to close. The members of FSL Mobile Solos have found themselves in a tight situation. One man down coming in on the eastern side. Hun has found herself 1 kill. And now, she have low amount of health. Pops the first aid kit. The circle closes right behind her. Vansky is just across the horizon as well. If you're just gonna take a look at Vansky, she's actually outside of the circle. This isn't good. She's gonna be popping bandages, popping energy drinks. I actually don't know if whether she can survive this. She pops the smoke. Wait, is this smoke popped by her? She runs across. She needs to heal now. She actually needs to heal now. She's so close to Hun. And just like that, hello! Oh wait, Blinksy? Blinksy is the one that killed, not Hun! Oh my god. In the end, Hun did not get that 12 kills to herself. That is wasted. I'm pretty sure that Hun actually had the third person view. I'm pretty sure that she could pop her head out and get the kill almost immediately, but she didn't. And she played it relatively slow. It could have been yet another kill to her name, and it would be great as she slowly goes up to the top 10. Receiving a little bit of shot. Pian goes down to the hands of Eddie with the AUG. Hun traveled all the way to the northern side. Doesn't really care about Gwyn, doesn't really care about Katalea. In the meantime, Nami went down as well. We do have a lot of fights that's gonna go on about. We may miss out a little thing or two, but I believe that Cherry might be the one that is gonna be looking for the next fight. Bloodthirsty, looking for some bloodlust, splattering across the floor. Cherry have got her eyes on Meowmestar. Fires away. Did not land a single shot. Lands one actually. Uses the red dot sight. Unfortunately, not something that you will want to use to go for such a long fight. Yes, this is the one that you need. The 3-time scope to aim all the way on the Meowmestar. But unfortunately, none of them hits again. But coming in from behind, Amethyst takes in the backstab shot. Comes in and stab him, stab. Send her into the airlock, ladies and gentlemen. While Eddie is going to be taking the buggy, heading all the way to the northern side of the current new circle. Gatekeeping. Sees Katalea. Eddie does have the AUG though. She's going to have superior aim advantage. But Amethyst is definitely a player that you have to be careful. Amethyst is definitely a player that you have to watch out for. With a total of 10 bandages and 4 first aid kits, I'm pretty sure that Amethyst should be able to stay alive pretty darn long. She's going to be equipping the Uzi just for the close range combat. Eddie actually went down right after I said that she will have the advantage in terms of fights. I have absolutely no idea where they came from. Now Katalea is equipping his her M16. Why would anyone use the M16? Okay, at least for me, I do not like the M16. She ignores the AUG. She doesn't care about the AUG. We are now left with 4 players with Inda at the epicenter of the new circle, right inside of the shed. She doesn't care. She can see everyone outside, but she can't necessarily kill anyone if she stays inside of the shed. So she makes her way outside. But shots fired by Gwyn. Gwyn is ready to lay down the lead right onto Inda. She understands that there is one person inside of the shed. Now, this is kind of the question, right? This is kind of the part where you kind of question your sanity and also question your decision making. How far in do I go in the circle? Do I wrap around the extremities of the circle? Do I take the risk into meeting other players? Or do I just run straight in and try to deal with Inda? Gwyn does not have any information other than the fact that, yes, number one, there is Inda right inside of the circle. Except for now. Until now. He sees Inda, takes the shot, misses the head. Just takes some time, takes one more shot, misses again. Katalea is still proning, still getting all the shot in. But as long as she plays it like that, she's going to be eaten up, consumed by the blue. She has to do something real quick. And she hops onto a vehicle, getting shot down by Inda right inside of the shed. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is kind of the question that you ask yourself. Do I go in or do I not? In the end, she went in, and apparently, it was the mistake. Katalea at the other side of the ridge is going to be meeting up with Inda. Just gonna be waiting for the perfect opportunity for Katalea to, in the end, pop right out. And now the circle has went towards Amethyst again. She's currently at the top of the ridge. She does have a care package as well as the vehicle. She tried to destroy the vehicle first, but Katalea comes in from the other side of the ridge, something that Amethyst was not expecting. And now it is going to be a 1 versus 1 fight. The circle is now in favor of absolutely no one. Inda have to reposition herself, finds herself in a better position, completely opposite of where Katalea is. And she also have a full ridge for herself to play. Inda definitely knows how to play her game right. Definitely know how to make full use of a position. And just like that, with a 3-time scope spray down, she ended the game with a total of 5 kills, gaining her a total of, I can't count, 48 points. Yes, 48 points plus 200 points. So congratulations over to Inda. That is one heck of a point. That is a lot of points that you have managed to get for yourself. That was amazing kills, amazing plays. That amount, that rotation came in at such a perfect time, and that have forced Katalea to move on, to make herself and find herself with a new spot. Especially since Katalea does not have any vehicle of her own. So well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for map number 2 in Miramar. We still have 2 more maps to go, and that is going to be Vikendi and then Sanhok, which is my favorite because Sanhok is small, more team fights. As a caster, who doesn't like team fights? Well, congratulations to Inda for winning map number 2. Amethyst actually made her way to the top 3 with a total of 3 kills and I think 150 points. Yes, 150 points. Yes, 150 points for 3rd place. So she got a total of 186 points that she's able to get for herself. So I'm pretty confident that Amethyst may still stay in the top of the leaderboards, but we will only get the answer later when we get the scoreboards refreshed, we update the scoreboards, which you should be able to see later at the holding page. So, ladies and gentlemen, for now, we will be right back with you guys with map number 3 in Vikendi. So, don't go anywhere.